Good morning to you on this Tuesday. It's January 21st. Thanks for stopping by and watching Virginia this morning. We're going to try to keep you warm, and we aim to bring you the very best of what Central Virginia has to offer. I'm Bill Bevins.
I'm Amy Lacey. This month is zipping by, but we certainly enjoy spending time with you each weekday morning from 9 to 10 a.m. right here on CBS 6. Now is the perfect time to refill your cup of a very warm beverage. Sit back, relax. It feels like we definitely got a blast of Arctic air over the past few days, but here we're on the inside. Warm hearts, warm minds. We are bringing all of that warmth to everybody in their home today.
Okay.
Yeah, did you like that? That little bit of cheer?
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Well, we were talking last week because it finally seemed like we knew what day of the week it was after the holidays had passed, and you know,
and
little
then we
bit.
had another holiday.
It was a bit off kilter, but then we've had another holiday now, so today feels like Monday to me, but I know it's not. I keep reminding myself that it's Tuesday, so I'm not going to say Happy Monday today.
Did I say that?
No, but
I might have just done that because I obviously hadn't tuned in.
I might, so you just never know.
Yeah, I hope everybody had a great holiday, and of course, remembering the very special things that Dr. King taught us and things like that, and living that vision as we go through our day-to-day lives. And of course, we had an inauguration yesterday. So, and, you know, I noticed a lot of folks weren't on the road when I was driving in this morning.
It was pretty light, so I don't know if it was because it was so cold outside and everybody is hibernating. Maybe I would like to be hibernating because we do have a bit of that Arctic air out there this morning.
So if you hadn't noticed it, you'll pick up on it pretty quick when you walk outside.
Really quickly.
All right, folks, let's get to it. She is a Richmond-based educator and writer who lives right here in Virginia, and we first met her last year when she released her debut novel called Courtesy of Cupid. Nashay Jones is proud to launch her new book, As You Wish is the name of it. She is drawn to kids' literature because she learned at a very early age the magic that books can do for a developing mind. We'll talk with her and tell you where you can see her next month at her book signing. So excited about it.
Oh, looking forward to that conversation. And of course, she's become one of our favorites. You know her. Award-winning recipe developer Robin Crouch is here with us again today. She recently picked beets from her own garden, and she's going to give us a lesson on how to cook them. Then she'll create a tasty salad using pecans and gorgonzola cheese. Wow. Yes, please, that's the perfect salad. And that is still to come on today's live show.
Warm us up a little bit. And she is one of the stars from Bravo's TV hit show Married to Medicine. Andreas White-Murdaugh recently caught up with Dr. Contessa Metcalf to talk about the winter wellness tips for women. We'll share that conversation still to come on our live show.
I would say winter wellness tip: use lots of lotion because I'm so dry right now. Let's send it outside to CBS 6 meteorologist Tom Patton. It is so cold out there today. Do you have on the fire pit? I really hope you have it going on out there.
Well, no.
No? You should. It'd be great. We could make some s'mores, Tom.
Yeah, we could. Propane-flavored s'mores are
delicious.
Are so good, let me tell you. No, it's not going today. I just got to get a couple of refills on the tanks out here, and then we'll get that thing fired up again. But yeah, it's been cold, Bill. And Bill, I think you used to call it today like a Monday, Tuesday, or Tuesday, Monday.
Tuesday, Monday, yeah.
Tuesday, Monday, because you feel like it's Monday.
Yeah.
But I get it, I understand. And very cold, you're right, Amy. A lot of the country, it looks like about 70% of the country are in an area where temperatures are 20, 30 below normal. We have blizzards in places that normally would never see a blizzard, and that's down in the deep south. I'll show you that here too. So let's talk about what's happening here. We've been talking about this outbreak for several days now, and as far as the wind chills go, I think this will be our big story here. Now, there'll be a few snow showers in a couple spots later tonight, but this, I think, is bigger. We'll have wind chills tomorrow morning between 0 and 5 degrees, so it's going to feel very cold for a stretch of hours before we kind of rebound into just teens, which is still very cold, don't get me wrong. But we'll have several hours of very cold by tomorrow morning. The sun will come out, and this is a map of all the cold alerts saying, hey, your wind chill is going to be really low, your temperatures are really low. This is what the National Weather Service does now, I think, instead of like a wind chill advisory or whatever. But you can see all the blue, and that extends south past Tampa, Florida even. Deep south, Texas, Houston, Corpus Christi, all along the Louisiana coastline. Now, there's winter storm warnings from parts of Texas through Houston through New Orleans. This yellow or this white area right here is, and get this, a blizzard warning. Beaumont, Texas to Lafayette, Louisiana, right along the deep south Gulf Coast, a blizzard warning. I don't know what the gators and those nutria are going to do in that environment. Winter storm warnings extend all the way up to Hatteras, Wilmington, and parts of the Outer Banks, Pamlico, and Albemarle Sounds. There's a winter weather advisory around Norfolk, city of Suffolk, Virginia Beach. Some of those areas could get an inch or two, maybe up to 3 inches of snow from this system. A lot of clouds came in this morning. It's only 16 degrees right now. The dew point is only 3. And Amy, you were talking about this. Bone dry air, very, very dry. And it's going to stay like that today, tonight, and tomorrow. Teens everywhere now. We did drop to 12 this morning, mostly cloudy, very cold. Tonight we could catch a couple of flurries or a snow shower this far inland. I think most of the snow stays to our east and southeast, but we could see maybe a scattered flurry or something like that. You can see the snow now stretching up through the Carolinas. It's pretty spotty there, though. In the hour-by-hour forecast, we can tell a lot of that will stay there, south and east, and then you can see just a little line may come this far inland to maybe Surrey, Sussex, a little bit of Prince George. So there could be a couple of flurries or a snow shower around even west of that, but I think anything measurable significantly stays to our southeast, and that is where that winter weather advisory is in southeastern Virginia. And then sun comes out tomorrow. Don't forget, we start really, really cold. Anywhere in blue around here could see flurries, maybe a stray dusting, accumulating snow southeast Virginia. All right, tomorrow morning we wake up to 14, but that's when the wind chill will be out for a couple hours between 0 and 5, 26 for a high tomorrow, even with lots of sun. I guess a little warmer for the weekend and maybe another mix early next week. Virginia This Morning will continue right after this.
Hello, sunshine. You've been gone too long, but I'm telling you, I'm loving you so.
Good morning to you on this cold, smooth day Tuesday. The wait is over. The area's only live local talk and entertainment show, Virginia This Morning, has officially started. I'm Amy Lacey, of course, here with Mr. Bill Bevins. Happy Tuesday, Mr. B.
Same to you, Amy, and hello to all of our viewers and friends of the show. The 9 to 10 a.m. hour is when we get a chance to connect and share some helpful and informative topics, and we love every minute of doing it. So I'm guessing if you have a snowplow in Louisiana,
Yeah,
I don't know
right?
why you would.
You never say snow and Louisiana in the same sentence, so this is all very new to
Or
everyone.
blizzard in Louisiana.
Yeah.
I like some gumbo. They may use that to put on the highway. That is so weird.
It is very weird, but doesn't it kind of put everything into perspective that it's not so bad here? Because at least we kind of get that sometimes.
Yeah.
We kind of get this kind of blustery air sometimes, but Louisiana, I mean, I spent enough time in Louisiana that not all folks.
Well, their salt also has some spices. in
It does, so maybe
Yeah.
that will, but then it also will make it smell so good as you're driving down the street. But I mean, folks there are they're not used to it.
Yeah, that's
So
unbelievable.
our thoughts are with them there, and we'll keep our close eye on it because this has been a winter that is the gift that keeps on giving. It's the
Okay.
winter that keeps on giving. So there you go.
Yeah, we're ready to go, and we've got a full show, lots of great stuff again today.
We do. You were inside. You're in the right place because it is cold outside, but it is warm here in our show. For those who are just joining us, we want to say welcome. We do have a quick recap of some of today's highlights.
Award-winning recipe developer, our friend Robin Crouch, is in the Virginia This Morning kitchen. She's going to give us a lesson on how to cook beets. That we've never done this kind of tutorial before, so that should be a lot of fun. Then she's going to use those beets in a flavorful salad. That's coming up in our second half hour.
Author and educator Nashay Jones is live in our studio. We're going to talk about her new novel, As You Wish. We'll flip through the pages and find out her inspiration for writing this new book coming up in about 15 minutes or so.
That'll be fun.
Well, years ago, we thought artificial intelligence was happening in the future, but now the future is happening. It is upon us.
Yep.
In this segment, we introduce you to an organization that brings together tech enthusiasts, educators, and industry leaders who all have one common goal, Here's my recent conversation with representatives from AI Ready RVA.
This segment is sponsored by AI Ready RVA.
AI has been the topic of countless conversations within the past couple of years. Will Melton and Ida Pierce, board members of AI Ready RVA, join us today to share their insight and give us a quick introduction to their organization. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Will, I have to ask, what is this organization?
So AI Ready RVA is a nonprofit that has come together, a bunch of volunteers working to ensure that folks that live in this region are upskilled with these new tools that we all have available to us.
So I think that is just really, really filling a void that has been in our community and in many conversations. A lot of folks don't even understand the basics of AI. So why is this literacy so important?
Well, I think we're all familiar with calculators and how they help us do math, but those have been kind of the same for a really long time, and they've done one thing. I think folks can think about AI like the calculator that can do more than just math. It helps us with all kinds of tasks, and it's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So if we don't bring our region along, if we don't bring all of those workers and businesses into this space, we stand a chance to lose at this very competitive race.
Because it is very competitive.
Absolutely. It's a tool in our toolbox, and so building awareness around AI and what those tools can do, not only in our personal lives, but in our work lives. It's something that's here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Why wouldn't we build awareness and skill ourselves in this area?
So to give everyone this education, you do have resources available. What are some of those?
Absolutely. So through AI Ready RVA, we operate in a cohort model. So we bring the community together around the topics of AI, education, awareness building, and so we are attracting groups within those cohorts, reaching out women in AI, education and how education, not just from our student perspective, but from our educators, and how AI can not only supplement the work that are in our education system, but for our upcoming folks in our workforce, right? And so we're bringing groups together to build awareness around these topics and the tools and the potential of AI, but also to build awareness around the responsible use and safety of AI. And so with these cohorts, we have responsible AI use. We're attracting veterans and just having conversations more holistically for our community.
For folks who are interested in attending an upcoming event, what is some information that you can share?
Yeah, absolutely. So AI Ready RVA is our website. We have listed all of our events that are available that are upcoming. Next week, January 21st, there is a virtual event. It's a free event that anyone can join from the community. We'll be talking about the history of AI, some of the current and future trends related to AI, as well as our official launch party that's coming up in February, on February 19th. And so AIReadyRVA.com is our website, and you can find information about all of our events as well as our cohort offerings that are coming up as well.
Why is now the time to get an understanding and ask maybe some questions that you have?
I would say the number one reason is for the betterment of our entire region. So we know that this technology is here, and we can either leave people behind or we can go forward. We're already a top 10 city for AI jobs, so we can keep it that way, and we can bring even more people into the fold. If we have a better, stronger workforce, we'll have more companies coming here, we'll have higher paying jobs. It's good for everybody.
Well, Will, Ida, thank you for bringing the present and the future here now, today, to Virginia this morning. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
For more information on AI Ready RVA, check out their website, AIReadyRVA.com. Connect with them on LinkedIn as well. And stay with us. We'll be right back with more Virginia This Morning. Welcome back to our live Tuesday morning show. Nashae Jones is a Virginia-based freelance writer and educator who we met last year when she debuted her middle grade novel, Courtesy of Cupid. We invited her to come back when her next book was ready, and it's here. She's excited about the recent release of As You Wish. We welcome her back to Virginia this morning. Congratulations on the book. As someone who has dabbled in writing, I know it can be a labor of love.
It definitely is. It's very much a labor of love, like having one of your kids here. So it's like there's so much work that goes into it. It's almost like raising a child.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
definitely. So you said that books really, and especially this age, that this adolescence, that really touches your heart, and you wanted to speak and write for that group of people. Why?
I think it's such a special age range. I think it is the range where you're actually going to ignite and catch young readers to become lifelong readers. And reading is something that is, in all things, a resistance, a passion. It is something that will make you just such a, to me, a more empathetic person. So that was very important to me, to try to get more of those younger readers and make them into lifelong readers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What is this story about?
So As You Wish is based off of, it is a magical, what I say, rom-com. I say rom-com light because it's appropriate for 10 and up age range. And it is about a girl who makes wishes to the West African god Anansi. And she's wishing for her life to be better. She's dealing with all these different types of relationships, her parental relationships, her friendships, this first crush type of friends thing that she has with her friend Deve. And she's trying to navigate all these things, and she thinks that magic is the way to go, but of course it's very much the trope of be careful what you wish for. So.
Those years are so, how can I even say this, because I'm still really awkward 12-year-old still.
Me
But
too.
those years can be very challenging, and everything seems like the end of the world. Everything is grandiose, all of these challenges. So you're hopeful that this will help someone who's reading it get through their own personal lives as they're going through that.
I'm hoping so. One of the big things in the story is Birdie's mother, the protagonist's mother, has anxiety, and there's a lot of trying to navigate who I am as a 13-year-old girl, Birdie as a 13-year-old girl, and also dealing with a mother who might be dealing with mental health issues of her own, and how do I navigate that in a way that I'm still frustrated, but I'm also realizing that this is my mother and that she's going through these things. So I really do hope that part is helping children be seen like, hey, this is, I understand that sometimes my parents aren't perfect, and I need to realize that, yeah.
You have a book signing coming up. Why do you love going out there and coming face to face with the readers? My absolute favorite part of this is talking to young readers and having and getting to get their perspective on things. I think that's the most important part of this. So I love talking to young readers and them telling me how this meant this to them and they saw themselves inside the book, or like I had fan art, which was really super cute. But our kids who rewrite the story for me, I had one who rewrote the end of my first novel, courtesy of Cupid, and she's like, here, I made this better for you. So I think it is just doing it for the kids. It's the same reason I think I became a teacher, is being able to make a difference, no matter how small, in kids' lives is really important to me. It really, pardon the pun, speaks volumes. Whenever you do a small gesture for a child, you just don't know how it's going to impact their entire lives.
Yeah, it is. It's very important. I am currently an educator at Midlothian Middle School, so I did promise my kids, hi, Midlothian Middle School.
Midlothian Middle.
I would say hi to them. It is. It's something that means something. It meant something to me. And when I was a kid, being able to escape into the pages of books, and I've always wanted to have something that would do that for children, like something that would be like, hey, I can escape the fact that my homework, don't skip your homework, but I can escape whatever stress I'm dealing with that feels insurmountable, and I could be able to go to this place that makes me feel better. So,
Well, thank you for all that you're doing for these readers and for our community. Do you have anything coming up next?
Book RVA, I am going to be, that is my next signing. Oh, books.
Yeah, are you writing anything else?
I do. I have 2 young adult books coming. So next year, it'll be a little older age range, but I have a book coming out in summer of 2026.
Okay, we'll keep our eyes out, and we'll have you back here on Virginia This Morning. You have a chance to meet Nishay Jones in person for her book signing. It is happening Saturday, February 15th from 1 to 3 p.m. at Book People, located at 10464 Ridgefield Parkway in the Glen Eagle Center in Henrico County. For more information, visit virginiathismorning.com. Mr. B, I'll send it over to you.
The classroom was like, hey, Miss Jones, hey! That was great. All right, folks, you have the power to stay connected to our live show if you can't watch it at 9 a.m. You can also and always visit virginiathismorning.com anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There are other options too, such as viewing on one of these apps: Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and Android TV channels. If you need the app, just visit the App Store on your device and search WTVR Richmond. It's absolutely free. Stay tuned. Our live show returns right after this. Welcome back to our live Tuesday morning show. During the winter months, staying healthy sometimes that can be challenging. Prevention is the key to healthy living. And that is what Dr. Contessa Metcalf believes. Andreas White Murdaugh recently caught up with her, and here's that conversation.
During the winter months, staying healthy can be challenging. Today, I'm happy to speak to the one and only Dr. Contessa Metcalf from Bravo's hit TV show, Married to Medicine. Dr. Metcalf joins us by Zoom this morning to talk about winter wellness tips. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you for being with us. This is a topic that all of us are thinking about, especially as the temperatures continue to drop, and we want to stay well. That might be some of our resolutions or just something we know needs to be done. So where's a great place to start?
Well, if you know me from Bravo's Married to Medicine, you know I'm the doctor that stresses preventive medicine. So what does that mean? That means jumping on that scale, doing an honest self-assessment, and making the necessary changes so you can elevate and change your lifestyle. So today I do have some timely suggestions that can help you achieve that routine.
Fantastic. Now tell us about some of those tips, your top tip for better health in 2025.
Well, one of the most important aspects of a wellness routine is, of course, a good night's sleep. And so when your sleep is disrupted by like travel or other changes, I recommend Boron's Sleep Calm to restore a healthy sleep pattern. Now, it's available in melatonin-free formulas for both adults and kids. Sleep Calm is a must-have in your wellness arsenal. Now, this non-habit-forming sleep aid gently relieves occasional sleeplessness and, of course, restless sleep. Now, Boron Sleep Calm comes in melt-away tablets for anyone ages 12 and up and pre-measured liquid doses for kids ages 3 and up.
Well, I can certainly say, as the mom of little ones, sleep can be hard to come by, especially having a pattern. And that's a great point. When you are well rested, your body can fight differently. And that's so important. Now, speaking of those little ones, do you have any tips for helping those little ones, especially those going to daycare and into school, to fighting their own colds?
Absolutely. So most people don't know this, but you probably do as a mom, but babies can only breathe through their noses for the first 12 months of life. And so when they're congested, that means they can't, of course, breathe, but they also can't sleep, and it's difficult for them to even eat. And so I recommend the Navage Baby Nasal Aspirator. Now, this is a solution that parents and caregivers can trust. This pediatrician recommended Navage Baby Aspirator is baby safe, it's drug free, and it's designed to last longer. Now, this nasal baby aspirator won't clog like other brands, and it provides big relief for little noses that parents and caregivers can rely on. And it also makes a great gift. And you can find Navage Baby Solutions online at navage.com and at Walmart.
Okay, as an avid Navage user myself, this is game changing. I've had
Game
many
changers.
aspirators, but it sounds like this is the perfect one that we're going to need, and I am so glad you have enlightened me. Now, one of the things that I struggle with, especially in the wintertime, is dry skin. I have eczema myself. Do you have any recommendations for how to make sure that we're staying moisturized with the right types of things?
Yes, for everybody, even people without eczema, dry skin is a huge challenge during the winter months. And so that is why my tip is Olay Indulgent Moisture Body Wash. Now, you can achieve soft and smooth skin without the use of lotion. Yeah, that's thanks to its buttery texture, its rich immersive lather, and luxurious fragrances that provide the highest moisturizer level across all of Olay's body wash portfolio. Now, it's infused with 2 layers of vitamin B3 oil serum and shea butter cream, and it treats and revives dry skin in just 14 days, which leaves it visibly hydrated. And it's also available in 5 cents, and you can find it for just under $13 at all major retailers.
Something that is, it smells good, it feels good, it's accessible in our favorite places, our favorite stores. A great option for helping us to keep the dry skin away this season. These have been amazing tips. Are there any others that we missed?
All right, we talked about sleep, we talked about breathing, we talked about our skin, and now we just got to talk about overall 150 minutes of aerobic exercise every single week. You should be lifting weights 3 days a week for at least 30 minutes. Men need 56 grams of protein, women need 46 grams of minimum of protein. And get outside, spend time with your family and friends, and of course, drink lots and lots of water.
Well, you must have been in my notebook, because I certainly have been thinking about 2025, what my health journey is going to look like, and putting together a plan that I think will be sustainable throughout the year.
Yes.
These key tips you've given will create just that. Thank you so much for being with us and sharing those tips that are going to keep us well in 2025.
And for more information, just visit tipsontv.com.
Thank you so much, and have a wonderful year.
And you as well. Thank you.
For more information on this topic, just visit virginiathismorning.com. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. We always extend an open invitation to you to send in some fun moments you've shared with family, friends, and even your pets. We love those pets.
Absolutely.
Pics.
And it's time for our Everywhere You Are segment. The inbox stays full, and today, Evan Armour picked out a few good ones. Check this out.
Good morning. I have been sifting through our inbox, reading all of your messages, taking a look at all of those pictures you sent our way. We love seeing each and every one of them. I've rounded up a few that I want to feature this morning, so let's get right to it. Up first, Virginia This Morning viewer Christy Hales is a wonderful photographer and often sends in photos that she's taken. Here are a couple of recent shots that she captured. She says this brown thrasher was a hungry bird. I love that you can see all the details in this great picture here, Christy. And how about this? She saw this owl in Brunswick County. Thank you, Christy, for sharing your talent and your pictures with us. Well, you might recognize this smiling face here on the right. That's friend of the show and very talented musician, Bobby Blackhat Walters. He shared this photo on our Facebook page of himself and his daughter, Maya. They went to see the Richmond Symphony together. Sounds like such a good time. Thank you so much for sharing this one with us. Well, here's a photo that Leanne Sawyer shared on our Facebook page. She's been keeping busy visiting the Grand Canyon. Ah, what a great shot, Leanne. That had to have been such an awesome trip to see. I got to say, this one still on my bucket list, but I hope to be able to visit sometime soon. Well, we can always count on friend of the show, Scott Tucker, to have something up his sleeve that he's working on. Here's his latest project. He's been spending lots of time organizing his garage tools. Look at that. Scott tells us this drawer alone took him about 6 hours to put together. He says he knows that sounds like a lot of time, but he's confident he's going to make it back over the years by not having to rummage through everything to find what he wants. Scott, I think this project is very worthy of your time. There is nothing worse than when you can't find something when you need it. I can speak from experience on that one. So thank you for this picture, Scott, and thank you for the organization inspiration. And finally, this morning, we have loved seeing all of the snow photos that you've sent in this month. Virginia This Morning viewer Cheryl took this one while she was out on a walk in Old Town Petersburg. The snow was so pretty while it lasted. Great picture, Cheryl. Thank you so much for posting this one to our Facebook page. And that is a look inside today's inbox for Everywhere You Are. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Wow. So there were several things to go wow about in there. The snow was beautiful, the Grand Canyon. The Tool organization, I've never met anybody that was that organized.
Well, and the owl. It was beautiful.
The owl at the beginning,
we were like, what? You were like, who got that close to an owl?
Exactly. All right, thanks for being close with us for a little while. Now it's your turn to make it all happen. It's easy to do. Amy, Andreas, Kristen, and I have all done it.
It is fun to share photos. All you have to do is send in a high-resolution image or video and upload it to one of our social media channels, or simply email us, virginiathismorning@wtvr.com. We will take care of the rest. You may see yourself here on CBS 6.
All right, before we head to break, here's Amy's recent conversation with the owner of a Medicare insurance agency.
This segment is sponsored by Serenity Saints.
Caring, compassion, and concern are just a few adjectives that describe members from the Serenity First Hospice team. They have a volunteer program that you might be interested in. Here to tell us more about it is Debbie Johnston, the owner of Serenity First, along with Bobby Johnson, volunteer coordinator, and volunteer Chris Love Fox. Good morning to you all.
Hello.
We're going to get to y'all in a second. You couldn't do this without volunteers, could you?
We could not.
Yeah.
They added a lot to our patients and what they do, and Bobby does a great job at recruiting them. Chris does a great job being a volunteer, and they just have a big place in our hearts and what we do.
It makes a big difference to all the people that you're helping. Bobby, let's start with you because you're getting folks to do this. Is there a pitch you do, or is it just kind of wait and see, feel out the person you're talking to?
It's both. So the first is if you want to make a difference in somebody's life and bring positive feelings to yourself and what you give to other people, then volunteering for our hospice company brings both of those to the volunteer and to the patient's families.
You know, it's interesting. You start with if you want to make a difference in someone's life. I mean, we go through our own lives and you raise kids or have your life and your occupation or your career or whatever. And somewhere along the line, you start to realize I'm really not making that one-on-one difference. And that's what you offer, isn't it?
That is what we offer.
Yeah.
They spend one-on-one time with our patients and their families, making the day a little bit brighter for the patients and their families. They read to them, they play games with them. We have a harpist that goes and plays a harp for them. We have people that go on Christmas holidays to make sure that they have a special Christmas. So they just really give from the heart.
And you know, I spent my career in radio and television. My sister, my oldest sister, was a hospice nurse at the end of her career. And we'll run into people together and it's always, oh yeah, you're Bill, yeah. Let me tell you what you did for my family and talking to my sister. Right. And so it's always so rewarding and it means so much to her to be that link that they have such a positive reaction to. All right, let's move over to Chris Love Fox. Chris, how long have you been volunteering?
I've been at Serenity now for about 2 years.
2 years?
Yes.
When you first started, was it what you thought it was going to be?
I think actually it was more in that I feel that I'm helping people as well as them helping me.
All right, well, I assumed you were helping people. How do they help you?
I've also participated in the grief group. It gave me insight into how to deal with what I was going through after I lost my husband. It gave me people who were compassionate and understood and who appreciate me.
All right. Makes a huge difference. Debbie, I know that a lot of us watch what's going on in the world and we go, what is wrong with people? You found out what's right with people, haven't you? Yeah.
I found her in the parking lot. Literally.
So you just saw this lady and go like, I bet that lady.
I saw her walking every day by herself, and I'm like, she needs something to do.
Mm-hmm. And sure enough, in 2 years now, when, I know for a fact that you're helping the families, and that's so important, isn't it, Chris?
It is. It is.
Helping them understand where they are, what's coming down the road, and how to deal with it, and how to deal with afterwards as well.
Definitely. In my capacity, one of the things I do is call patients' families to make sure they have what they need for the weekend. Do they have medications? Do they have any concerns? Do they need supplies? So, and some of them actually make me feel good. They look forward to my call.
Of course they do, yeah. When you have a loving, kind person that's watching out for you, it makes a huge difference in everybody's experience. Bobby, I would imagine finding volunteers you would think would be tough, and then she finds somebody like this.
Yes, correct. Yes, yes.
It makes your job a lot easier, doesn't it?
It is. Sometimes special people just come to us. We don't have to look very hard. They come to us.
How can folks get in touch, and how can they start that process?
They can go to our website, Serenity First Hospice, and there's a volunteer section. They can go there, and there's an application you would fill out, and we will start the process and get you connected with the patient and their family.
Fantastic. Debbie, I know that you're so proud of these folks and so proud of the professionals that work with you, and you're so proud of the whole experience. Thank you for doing what you're doing with Serenity First.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, big difference. Big difference in a lot of families' lives. Serenity First Hospice is located at 4915 Fitzhugh Avenue right here in Richmond. For more information, give their team a call. 804-562-5777. Visit them online at Serenity First Hospital, and you can find them on Facebook.com/Serenity First Hospice. Welcome back to our live show. All right, I've waited all morning long. As Michael Jackson would say, just beat it. And that's what we're going to do.
Beets are loaded with nutrients that can help support the health of your heart, brain, and even your digestive system. Robin Crouch is here with her technique on how to properly cook them, and then she's going to turn them into a tasty salad.
Beet salad.
Hi. Yeah.
Happy to beat here.
Yeah, good girl. Good for you. So you grow beets in your garden in the summertime.
Yes.
I'm guessing these did not come out of your garden.
No.
You couldn't even get them out of the ground. It's frozen solid.
Right.
Yeah.
We did have them up until the snow came.
Okay.
And then now everything is dust.
Those root vegetables are pretty hardy, so
But you know, look at these. These are beautiful. They
They're
really
gorgeous.
are. And the whole thing is edible. You can eat the skin, you can eat the beet in the inside, the flesh, and the greens, full of nutrients.
Yeah.
So when you get them out of the ground or at the farmer's market or grocery store, this is what they look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some cold water.
Okay.
Do you ever ask yourself, should I start off with hot water or cold water?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So the way that I tell myself to do that is, if the vegetable grows in the ground, you're going to start off with cold water. If it grows above the ground, you're going to start off with hot water.
Okay.
Like cabbage or
That's a
broccoli.
kitchen hack.
Yeah.
All right, so
All right, now
let's get
let me
started.
ask you a question before you even get started.
Okay.
Do we need a 75-year-old pot to do this in?
Yes, we do.
Because my mom had one of these.
That's my granny's.
Yeah?
Yeah,
that.
It makes everything taste wonderful.
Yes, it does. Those kinds of kitchenware.
Is that Revere ware? Is that what that's
I
called?
don't even know,
Yeah.
but we can't turn it upside down. We cannot now.
Not with all of
Oh, no, not now to find out. No, I was going to say, why couldn't? Oh, yeah, it's full now.
So if I was at home, I'd have washed these real well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I wiped them all off, and then we're going to put them in cold water. water, and we're
Oh,
going
you
to
put the root and everything in there.
everything goes in there. And the
This
reason
guy
you don't-
as well?
Yes.
Oh.
You don't peel it because it would bleed into your water, and it
Okay.
already does bleed in there.
Obviously,
So-
that water's dark.
Yes. So
Yeah.
now you're going to cover everything. You're going to make sure everything is covered when and you cook it like a potato.
Okay.
Boil it like a potato. It's going to take about 20 minutes, 25. Just stick it with a sharp knife or a fork,
Yeah.
and you'll know it's done.
If it's
okay.
soft, it's ready.
Yes.
Just like
And
a
so
tater.
these are done. I cooked these yesterday, and these are done. And what you're going to do is you're going to cut off that little root part and the bottom part, and then this, hopefully, yes. See how that just slides off? This is messy, so you definitely want to wear.
Are your fingers going to be red the rest of the week?
I was going to say.
No, for a couple hours they will be, but and you just peel it like you would a boiled egg.
Yeah,
You know,
okay.
it's going to be like a boiled egg, and sometimes the peeling will stick. The peel will stick, and you just have to get your little knife and.
And then you go get a manicure afterwards.
It's
You're
actually
gonna have red under your nails. for a
It
while.
is messy. This is a messy procedure, but it's so worth it.
Can you wear gloves if you wanted to?
Yeah, oh, absolutely,
Oh,
you
okay.
can. Yeah,
Okay.
you can. But once you get everything peeled, and this is going to be a little stubborn here, so I'm going to peel this here. Once you get it peeled, see how pretty the color is?
It's beautiful.
And it's full of nutrients. It's got potassium and vitamin C, and it just really great for you. Okay, so you want to peel all of your beets to get them, and then after you peel them like a boiled egg, you're going to rinse them off just to make sure there's nothing left on them. Okay, so then now I'm going to pickle them because it just makes it so much better
Oh,
when
they're
it's
so
pickled.
delicious.
From in another pan here that I'm going to use, I'm going to slice all my beets up. So you kind of have to know how many beets you have, and then you're going to take your water that the beets have boiled in, and you're going to slowly pour that into your pan.
Now,
Just-
do you want it to be hot or cold?
So
Do you
this
still
is
keep
going to
that
be this
roll?
is going to be warm.
Okay, so you'll
because
use
you're
the
gonna-
same water.
Yes,
Okay.
you're going to use the same water, and you're going to just cover the sliced beets.
Okay.
Okay. So for right now, I've just poured my juice in, and what you don't want to do is you don't want to use the same pan because there's going to be some dirt down at the bottom, just from the root of the.
Sure.
So in your pan that you have your beet juice, you're going to add 3/4 of a cup of vinegar. And that's going to be, today I'm using the white vinegar,
Okay.
but you can use the apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
Do you prefer one over the other, or is it pretty much the same?
It doesn't matter to
Okay.
me, yeah. Then I'm going to use a tablespoon of the pickling spice. And then I'm going to use a cup of sugar.
Okay.
Okay, and you always want to add your love. That's the most important. That's the most important thing. So you're going to bring this up to a boil.
Well, sugar and love.
Well, sugar, yeah, you got to have your sugar.
Yeah.
So you're going to bring that up to a boil just to dissolve the sugar. And once that sugar gets dissolved, then you can add your slices of beets. So I will slice my beets into whatever shape you want. You can do little dices or whatever. And the nice thing about this is you're just gonna sit it down into.
Does it make a difference how thick or they are, or thin, or anything like that?
So yes, if they're thicker slices, they're gonna take a little bit longer to get that flavor into them.
Okay.
So then you're
I
gonna.
wore my beef colored shirt.
Oh, good, good.
In honor of today's segment.
So you're going to cook these on a low temperature for about 20 minutes, and they can sit in your refrigerator for about 3 days, and they'll be good. And if you have a lot of beets, like I usually do in the summer, after this process, you can can them.
And then you can enjoy them many seasons.
Absolutely,
Like we're doing
for
today.
years to come,
These
right?
are from last summer, these beets?
These beets are not. These
No,
beets,
the ones that are in the salad?
No, these beets, those were cooked yesterday. Yeah, those are fresh. Those are fresh, and they
Okay.
were cooked yesterday. So we've got our beets that are pickled, and they're going to sit there about 20 minutes. And then after they're done, you just kind of want to scoop these out, you know, and not get the seasoning on them, because you don't want to eat the seasoning. So it'll look like that. And then what I have done with the pickled beets is I have made a salad over here.
Very nice.
And this is just some mixed greens. It's a very simple salad, but the flavors are tremendous.
Very strong flavors.
They are,
Yeah.
and this has the gorgonzola
Gorgonzola.
It's a hard one to say.
cheese, pecans, and the pickle beets and the lettuce. Then for the dressing, I'm just going to add the extra virgin olive oil and some balsamic vinegar, and that's all you need. And these flavors will just make your taste buds go, wow.
Oh my goodness, I cannot wait to go, wow. Oh, Mr. B, you're already going to go.
I wanted to show you something that I did, though. I took these little pickle beets and I cut them in hearts.
I can see that. I almost said that you could make them in any shape you want. You can make a heart, and you did.
I did. You know how I play
They're
with
good
my
for your heart,
food.
too.
They are good for your heart, Bill. You're right.
I'm
So
going to have just the beet.
I'm just having the beet too, and that is fantastic. I absolutely love fresh beets.
I'm not even a big beet guy.
These are
I
great.
could eat all of these.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. My mom used to, take them out of a can and serve them, and we ate them. We ate them out of a can.
But once you've had these, no going back.
There is nothing like a fresh beet, that's for sure.
All right, you tell them I'm going to eat.
Yeah, we're going to keep our forks here, and we have to take a quick commercial break, but we're going to wrap things up when we return. Maybe eat a little bit more. We are back and ending things in the Virginia This Morning kitchen with Robin Crouch. She prepared a tasty beet salad. I'm already on seconds.
Oh,
I mean, we both kind of are. They're delicious.
And the pecans go great with it too. What I wouldn't have thought to put those in there. These are great.
Thank you. And so much fun to make, really. Give it a try. And even if you don't want to use the fresh beets, like we were talking about during the commercial, open up a can of beets and then just start with this process. With the juice in the can, you're just going to pour everything in your pot and then add your sugar, your vinegar, and your pickling spice, and then just let it cook a little while.
And you know what? It's a lot of fun. A great when it's cold outside. Do something in the kitchen.
Yeah, this will go good with soup.
Yes,
so good. Soup.
And good for you. Thank you for hanging out with us today, folks. Our live show returns tomorrow at 8:56 a.m.
Until then, be kind to yourself and each other. We hope you have a terrific Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Eat a beet.
Yum. So good.